Have you ever looked around at the life that you've worked so hard to build and quietly wondered where you fit inside of it? Yeah, you're showing up for everyone, your family, your students, your team, your business, your community. And you're remembering the appointments, the deadlines, you're meeting those, keeping the house running. Yep, holding conversations no one else wants to have, making decisions that affect other people, and somehow you've become the one everyone else leans on. But somewhere in the middle of carrying everyone else, you've stopped asking how you were doing. Not because you don't care, not because you're weak, but because there hasn't been time. And maybe there hasn't been permission. If that feels familiar, come sit with me. I'm Ashley Springs. I'm an educator, mentor, full-time founder, sports mom, and a woman who understands what it's like to carry more than one room at a time. For more than 18 years, I've worked alongside educators, leaders, families, and communities, and through every season of my own life, one truth has become impossible to ignore. Leadership doesn't begin when you walk into a classroom or a boardroom or a meeting. Leadership truly begins with the woman who walks into the room, because the way you lead your life shapes the way you lead every room you're responsible for. That's why this podcast exists. Healing, hustle, and home isn't about trying to become someone else, y'all. It's about helping you come home to the woman you already are. Because healing isn't separate from leadership. Healing is how you become the woman. Hustle isn't about proving your worth through exhaustion. It's about building with intention, stewarding your gifts, and creating something meaningful without losing yourself in the process. And home is more than the place where you live. Home is every single room that you've been entrusted to care for. The room where you raise your family, the room where you lead your team, the room where you build your dream, the room where you quietly are learning to lead yourself. Around here, we have honest conversations about healing, leadership, personal growth, time, purpose, finances, systems, and what it really looks like to build a life that feels aligned, not just successful. Some episodes, they'll make you think. Some might make you laugh. Some may have you sitting in your car for a few extra minutes because you need to hear one more sentence before you walk into the next part of your day. We'll celebrate wins together. We'll tell the truth about burnout. We'll talk about the invisible weight that so many women carry. And we'll build practical rhythms that help you lead with more clarity, more confidence, and more peace. Not because life suddenly gets easier, but because you become more grounded inside of it. If you're a woman who's been trying to hold everything together, if you've been wondering whether you can build something meaningful without sacrificing yourself, if you are leaning and learning to lead well in both the room you live in and the room you lead, you belong here, because nobody should have to figure it out alone. So whether you're listening on your morning commute, sitting in the school pickup line, folding laundry after everyone else has gone to bed, walking into another meeting, or taking a few quiet minutes before the rest of the house wakes up, I am so grateful you are here. Each week, I'll meet you here with honest stories, practical tools, and conversations that remind you of one simple truth. You don't have to choose between healing and ambition, between purpose and peace, between the life you're living and the life you're building. You can lead both. One woman, two rooms, one life. Welcome to Healing, Hustle, and Home. Come sit with me.